Welcome to the Magic Channel.
Ballad of the Silenced Criminals is such a loaded statement. It's not just a title, right? It's an accusation. It immediately frames its subjects not as leaders or politicians, but as criminals who somehow managed to dodge justice. This really sets the stage for a story that isn't just about wrongdoing, but about a whole system that lets it happen.
So the poem basically throws down the gauntlet with this one question. And that's exactly what we're going to do in this explainer. We're going to treat this poem almost like a whistleblower's testimony. Let's build a case file, verse by verse, and see exactly what kind of picture it paints of these so-called silenced criminals.
Now, this poem doesn't just throw accusations at a wall to see what sticks. It builds a case, very deliberately, layer by layer. And the first exhibit in our case file, it's all about the mind games. A calculated campaign of deception and division, designed to turn people against each other.
And here is the first bombshell. The poem alleges that after a major defeat at the polls, the subjects didn't, regroup or rethink their policies. No. Instead, it claims they launched a campaign of straight-up lies, scapegoating a religious minority just to claw their way back to power.
Wow, what a powerful metaphor. The poem is essentially saying that while the country was suffering from these deep systemic problems, these cancer wounds, as the poet puts it, the people in charge were just offering empty, performative gestures. It's basically an accusation of criminal neglect.
Okay, this slide really gets to the heart of the poem's accusation of hypocrisy. Just look at the two columns. On the left, you've got the public face, preaching against sin, waging a war on drugs. But on the right, you have the alleged reality, backroom deals with thugs and drug lords. The poem is arguing that this public persona was a total fabrication, just a mask to hide a world of corruption.
So we've seen the allegations of deception and division. Now the poem takes us deeper into the world of cold, hard cash. This next section of our case file is all about corruption and pure greed, and the accusations here get even more direct.
This is a truly sickening allegation. The poem is claiming that in the middle of a national tragedy, when people were at their absolute most vulnerable, the subjects weren't helping, they were stealing. It alleges they were looting relief funds, taking money meant for victims and just sliding it into their own pockets.
And the financial crimes don't even stop there. The poem paints this picture of a pervasive culture of corruption, where it seems like everything is for sale. We're not just talking about disaster funds anymore. We're talking about cheating on exams, buying fake degrees, and using forged documents. It's a system where the rules just don't apply to the powerful.
And now the poem takes a really dark turn. We're moving beyond financial crimes and into the realm of physical violence. The allegations are no longer about greed, they're about brutality, repression, and silencing anyone who dares to speak out against them.
The language here is just brutal, and for good reason. The poem isn't just describing a heavy-handed response to a protest, it's describing a campaign of terror. The goal wasn't just to disperse a crowd, it was to crush their spirits, to make an example out of them, and to show everyone what happens when you challenge the people in power. This slide shows a terrifying escalation. It starts with an attack on democracy itself, delaying elections. Then it moves to brute force, beating protesters. From there, it escalates to destroying property. And finally, it reaches the point of no return, the public murder of writers and critics. I mean, that is the ultimate form of censorship.
And the poem just keeps piling on the atrocities. We're talking about kidnapping and murder for ransom, secret torture chambers, and even setting fire to refugee camps. It's a portrait of a regime that, according to the poet, has completely abandoned civility and is ruling through pure fear and violence.
So you're probably asking yourself, how could anyone get away with all of this? And that is the exact question that the final section of the poem tackles. The answer, according to the poem, is simple. They didn't just break the law, they owned the law. They corrupted the entire justice system from the very top to the very bottom.
This is one of the most chilling lines in the entire poem. It's not just about a corrupt justice system. It suggests a system that has been completely weaponized. The courts are no longer a place you can go to find justice. They're a place where the powerful can go to bury their crimes. Evidence disappears and witnesses are silenced permanently.
So this is what the poem means by a system of injustice. It's not just a flawed system. It's a system that's been turned completely on its head. It's a system where the guilty are protected and the innocent are punished. A system where, according to the poet, there is just no hope for justice.
So let's close the case file.
The poem's final accusation is that the entire justice system was systematically dismantled. Court files were shredded, witnesses were eliminated, and the people who should have been behind bars were walking free. It describes a complete and utter breakdown of the rule of law.
And that brings us to the final, devastating line of the poem. After laying out this entire horrific catalog of crimes, the poet doesn't offer a solution or a call to action. Instead, we are left with this raw, desperate plea to the heavens. It's a cry of despair, a question that just hangs in the air, unanswered. And that might be the most powerful statement of all. In a world of such profound injustice, where do you turn for help when the very systems that are supposed to protect you are the ones trying to destroy you?
Thank you for watching.